4 things Jim Carrey did awesome in his commencement speech, and 2 things he could improve on. Hi, I'm Yang, I'm the speaker coach here at Speaking Volumes. Here we have another episode on speech analysis, where I evaluate speakers on their presentation and speaking skills. You do want to get better at speaking, don't you? Subscribe. I have videos coming out every Wednesday and Friday. Jim Carrey, absolute legend in comedy. He's doing a commencement speech. This was a superb commencement speech at the Maharishi University of Management, and he totally met all the objectives. It was just profound knowledge and wisdom throughout, spread in between humor, accents, caricatures. Absolutely loved this speech. 4 things that he did really well. Number 1, he really embodied the Jester Archetype. He has been a comedian for 3 decades, however long. Amazing master at this craft of comedy and humor, and he's embodying the Jester. The Jester's carefree, crazy, unexpected, tonality all over the place. Beingness of a Jester is fun-loving, making fun of themselves.
You didn't think I could be serious, did you?
In addition, I would say he was also embodying the fairy archetype and the caregiver archetype. He was 65% jester, 20% fairy, and 15% caregiver. So fairy's like magical being, kind of like magic is in the air. Things manifest really quickly. That's the kind of beingness of a fairy. And caregiver is someone who's in the healing arts, compassionate within their emotions and sharing from their heart. There are so many moments of when he was a jester. There's like so many. I have no limits.
I don't think you understand who you're dealing with. I have no limits. I cannot be contained because I'm the container. You can't contain the container, man. You can't contain the container.
You can't contain the container, man. And when he's in the convertible, arms up in the air.
Top down, wind in my hair. Woo!
Top down, wind in my hair. I'm just gonna say it, my room is not locked. Graduating class of 2017. -3. You didn't let me finish. His Monsanto joke was so funny. I hope I don't get sued by Monsanto. Sorry if I was being a bit low energy.
Excuse me if I seem a little bit low energy today, whatever this is. I slept with my head to the north last night. Oh man! Oh man!
Second thing he does really well, humor. Obviously he's a comedian. So amazing humor at the very start of the presentation, the first 10 minutes of it.
The question is, will that seed have a chance to take root? Or will I be sued by Monsanto and forced to use their seed?
Less as the speech went on. Very, very funny jokes. Third thing he does really well is characters and accents. Oh man, you know how it is, kids. I woke up right in the middle of Pitta. Couldn't fall asleep until Vata rolled around. Can I get an amen? You can't contain the container, man. This is the voice of your ego. She's a wildcat. She'll rub up against your leg, and then she'll swat you in the face.
On the other side of that door, there's a world starving for new ideas, new leadership. I've been out there for 30 years. She's a wildcat. Oh, she'll rub up against your leg and purr until you pick her up and start petting her, and then out of nowhere, she'll swat you in the face. It can be rough out there, but that's okay, because there's soft serve ice cream.
But it's okay because there's soft serve ice cream. The contrast between his characters and his accent is phenomenal. It's so entertaining and engaging to watch. Fourth thing he does well is his personal stories. He's always including stuff from his childhood. When he got that bike, when he manifested that bike, and he was talking about the rosaries, didn't follow through on it, but he got that bike and sharing some of the things in his own life, the challenges that he's been through, but in a funny way. It's really powerful.
So many of us choose our path out of fear disguised as practicality. What we really want seems impossibly out of reach and ridiculous to expect, so we never dare to ask the universe for it. I'm saying, I'm the proof. that you can ask the universe for it.
And he's also incorporating accents into it, from fool to cool. And he's really playing out this story, like when he was talking about when he was younger and people come over to his house and he'd replay him going down the stairs, going, those facial expressions just out of this world. A few honorable mentions about this presentation that was different and unique was his painting. Phenomenal painter, and so big as well. That painting just had that wow factor. That was really memorable. The other thing I love is when he did it without notes. He had some notes I could see, but he didn't read from it. You could see throughout the whole video, you couldn't see him looking at his notes. You know, as a comedian, you have to use memory techniques to remember the whole thing. He embodied all his jokes, so he didn't have to read his script. So 2 improvements, but first off, I like to say that he is a master at this. He's been doing it for 30 years. Who am I to say, you know, how to improve as a comedian? Not gonna go there. But I would also say a lot of his jokes were mostly concentrated at the start of his presentation. I would like to see more stronger jokes near the end as well. It was becoming more serious, insightful towards the end. The first improvement is he's mixed his past and future. He's got his past and future mixed up. So here is your past and here is your future. Because to the audience, this is the left-hand side, which is the past, and this is the future. This is the right-hand side. So when he was getting his bike and he was doing from fool to cool, he was doing it this way. Like, that doesn't make sense.
From fool to cool.
You need to do it from here. This is the past, from fool to cool. So this is your past and this is your future. So he was doing the opposite way around. Second thing to improve on is more full body communication. A lot of the things that he was saying, he could be anchoring with physical gestures. For example, don't ever let fear turn on your playful heart.
And don't ever let fear turn you against your playful heart.
And having his hand on his heart, that would have emphasized that point so much more. When he says relax and dream up a good life.
Relax and dream up a good life.
And have his hands up in the air. Dream up a good life.
I have no limits.
I have no limits. He could definitely have stronger gestures for that too. The mind is manufacturing scenarios, both good and bad.
The imagination is always manufacturing scenarios, both good and bad.
So having more gestures to anchor and emphasize his points. Overall, the speech was speaking volumes. He achieved his purpose. He was funny, entertaining, insightful, wise, all of it perfect for a commencement speech. He's a master at his craft. I would have loved to be in the audience. I give this a grade of 9. So what did you think about this analysis? Did you see the same things? What else did you like about Jim's speech? Put them down in the comments below. If you like this video, like it, share it with your friends, and I'll see you on the next video.